Hello everyone. So now let's see how we can upgrade the source OGG file. Alright, so since in the last class we had seen the logic, how to do that. So today let's do it. So this is my source OGG. Alright, let me maximize it. And you can see this is 12.2 OGG version for RDBMS 12C. Same goes for my target, that's 12.2 RDBMS 12C. So now what I have done, first step, I will do a new installation of the 19C OGG in my source server. So look at the mount point here where my 12.2 OGG is installed, that is slash this2 OGG 12.2 C12. So 19C I have chosen slash this one, go back a bit. This is the home I have chosen. Slash this one OGG 19C, right? So let's do a fresh installation over here. For that, I might have some space constraints. I'll just remove this zip file from which I have unzipped the folder. Right. This might take a while because it's my VM actually not good with much let's wait. Not having much CPU and RAM. So yeah, it might be slow, but don't worry, you won't have this issue in your real-time production. And yes, in the last class, I just missed to mention one thing. You need to copy the BR directory from old home to new in case of your recovery checkpoint being too far away. I mean, like, earlier than 2-3 weeks. So this has already been explained in the migration class, but yeah, got to do the same thing. So upgrade is what? Upgrade is actually migration of GT processes to a new home of different version. I would say higher version. That's an upgrade. Migration, you copy the process into another home, irrespective of same server or another server, but of the same version home. Right? So yeah, so like I hope you know that from 12C you can install GG based on the database version. So you have different binaries. So right now I need it for 12C. So select and go next. I'll give a path, this one. OGG. Yeah, it's my path. I'll not start manager for now. To next. I'm good, and now I start the installation. So yeah, this might take some time. Okay, so let's wait for that. Okay, so just I'll reiterate the steps over here. So what we do, first we stop the manager, stop all the processes, right? Very first step. And since we are doing the upgrade for source, so you don't need to stop the replicate or target because they're not going to be affected. Your replicate is just waiting for the neutral color. Even if the pump is up or stopped, it does not matter. But the otherwise is not true. Alright. If we stop all the process, stop the manager, and start copying the files like global files, parameter files, include file if you have any, potential store, then create the directory structure for the trail file, copy the trails to the new GG home. It's not necessary that you copy all the trails, but at least I mean, the latest trail or the trail in which extract is currently processing that. Copy the checkpoint file for pump, copy the checkpoint file or recreate. I'll show you that, don't worry. Copy the BF. So I'll also show you that when and how. Alright, my installation is done. Yeah, I can see the binaries, right? Now, let me make a short script to set up the environment variables. Just minimize this for now. Just copy this file over here. So yeah, I'm exporting the Oracle home, so it is 12C. So I'm not going to change database version. I mean, not required. And the software location, yeah, I have to give the GG home of the current directory. So this will set all the libraries and everything. Else you won't be able to do the GGSCI. So let me set them up. Yeah, bingo. See it. Now that's 19. See, right? So 19.1 O.O.4 for 12C data. You want to see here? See, it's 12.2 for database 12C. Even here it's for that. You see here, nothing is there. It's very clean, all for us to set and go, right? So let's do the step. Yeah. So after we do every step, let's do a flag, done, something like that. So we need to first stop all the extracts, right? First, let me check the recovery, okay, over the extract. More on this, you can see the checkpoint class or, yeah, the checkpoint class or have added another note of how to identify the long running transaction in case the recovery checkpoint is far away. For now, let me check. Alright, see here, recovery checkpoint and current checkpoints, and it's the latest, right? Let me do a date and show you. It's August 27, 2104, and here you go. You have the latest one. So nothing to worry. No need to copy the BR files. But yeah, I'll show you how to copy. I mean, we just don't do standard CP, right? Uh, Based on my experience, even the last modified date of the BR file should not change. If it changes, extract is not going to pick them. So I'll show you how to copy that. So in my environment, it's just like a test environment, so you won't find extracts having, say, old recovery checkpoints. But yeah, in real-time productions, yeah, you might have. I've seen it a few weeks old and even few months old. That's a bug actually. All right, so everything's good. Let me stop the extract first. So if the recovery checkpoint is not far away, you just don't need to copy the BR folder. It will take it from the archives. Give it some time to stop. Pardon me, it's slow, alright. Stop. Check again. The problem is with my CPU, alright, so might even hang. Yeah, I think it already stopped, so it gave an error. Right. We'll give it some more seconds. Yeah, stop. Before starting the pump, let me do a login over here. Everything's yes, yes. So please yes means it has stopped or tested everything. And then you stop the manager. Now, I'll give you an. Be very careful. You don't need to stop manager like this. Normally, in for real-time production, you will be having XCG. So you need to stop your manager through AGCTL. Now here, I'm not having a rack. I'll just check if I can increase my RAM and show you that. But till that point, if you have XCG, okay, then stop your manager through that only, and not by using stop MGR. Because when you do that way, XCG, which is a resource of a cluster, it will again attempt to start the manager. So it will be a mess. Let me check. Manager is down. Yeah. So when I do PS manager MGI, I can just check on that server when your manager is up or not. Well, for now it's not. It's not. Just go and do an install again. Cool. Right. So you have done this step. Then here. I'll copy the global files. Okay, and also one more thing, since you're upgrading the whole home, right? Upgrading all the process, you can copy everything in one shot. Okay, when I say copy, it means all the dir, prm in one shot. The trade files in one shot. And all. I'll show you the show you one by one so that I can cover a few more points. But yes, you guys can just do the normal copy style. I'll show you in the text. So it's my globals. Yeah, let me copy this file. I'll do one thing, change the tag over here, it will be easy. So 12.2 OGG. And here 19 CO. So it will be easy for you guys to understand. Here is just copy global file, just copy in the home. Oh, I'm sorry, I have not created even the directories. Sub-dirs. It's not copied. Okay, now let me go DIFPRN. Okay, I'll do everything at one shot. Yeah, now I recollect I had shown you, copying individual processes during the migration. So you can see that, but now I'll just do the whole home. So just copy star from here. This is my new home, right? In the new home, okay, so in new home also I will copy in my DIFPRM, right? Let me check in my new home if all the files have came or not. Yeah, we have the files over here. So global file done. Parameter file, global file done. Credential store files. dir crt. Globals out. that I need to access. Let's copy this file. dir cnrd. Okay, right. So copying, so let me show you. Go potential store. And that's nothing there. Now you do it. Yeah. See? Okay, potential store is done. Create the directory structure. And you try. Now here, if you want, you can take a tar of your dir.dat, but that won't be useful when you have a lot of trade files and the size are very huge. Again, it's on you how you want to take the call. This, I would like to do it in terms of processors. For this extract, this is my directory structure, right? dir.dat. Let's do how many trails I have. I have my trail, right? So let me make it. Okay, copy this file. This new home also, I kept the directory structure same. There you go. So trail file for one is done. Let's go for the second extract. To check this directory structure is not over here. The trails I have. The new home also. The structure same under the dir.dat. And the third extract. Oh, sorry. Dot slash. This step won't be feasible when you have, when you have a lot of clusters, so you got to just plan it accordingly with enough time. And let's not make any mistakes over here. So trade file done. Active structure done. Copy new trade file. Yep. That's done also. Now copy the checkpoint file for the extracts. Let's take the first. Even the checkpoint file you can copy as a whole, okay? But I will not do that because I need to show you these two cases over here. The pump. Yeah. Extract is having two checkpoints, one the standard for extract and the bounded recovery. Copy these guys inside my new GG home inside the checkpoint folder. Now if you go forward, there I have my extract. Copy the next extract, star, same folder. Copy my third extract. Do it. Yeah, all my three extracts are in. I'll copy the first extract. Sorry, first pump. See, it's first time. Okay. So over here, I just see very carefully. Uh, I just want to make a note here for 19C. Just see this extract path. It is showing the relative path, right? But it is stuck. Just for now, just keep it handy. Just have an eye over here, and after I start, just have a look. Just copy the second one also. So now, this thing which I was saying, this is also done. Pop-up copy the checkpoint file or recreate the pump. Now when copy the checkpoint file if path is related. As a path is related, like I don't mention the whole path. I just like this dot slash. Dot means the existing home, right? So it's always the GG home. And then in that dir. But when I say absolute path, it's something like this. And you have the whole mount point name. Slash this to OGG 12.2 and all. Okay, so this is done like while you add the pump and all. You can see my earlier classes and all. So in that, I just give the relative path. That if you give the whole absolute path, then it will look like this. This is okay. So if it is this way, you will have to recreate the pump because obviously, see here, the mount point here is starting from this one OGG 19C12 and here it's this 2 OGG 12.0, so the names will not match, right? But in your case, if it is matching, okay, fine, just do a normal copy. So for now, I'll just show you how I recreate it. And after that, just again, PDF files, we are not doing it, so just ignore it for now. Okay, I will not ignore it. I have to show you how to copy. It is there in the migration class, but still, I'll show you how this one is done. Let's provide the order. Sample. Activator ext02a 02b ext try to create the pump for ext02b. That's this, right? So hopefully I have copied the parameter file in the first step. So even if the process is not there, the view param will give me the output. Oh wait, I have it over here. So now I need to add the pump. Before that, let me first try to start the extract. Always remember the starting of the extract has to be smooth. For replicate pumps, you can play along. But I mean, it's my practice that I always start extract and ensure that there is no issue. If there is issue, because it's like, later you do everything and if you hit any bug, etc., the whole effort is wasted. But yes, this can be done when you're doing in the non-prod. That's fine. Okay, so let me start the extract. For that, I'll show you. Okay, this is how many trees I have. Okay, so as I had explained you over here, in my case today we are not having 12.3, we are having 19C. So it doesn't matter, it won't make any difference. Here I need to add the parameter format release and the version of the target. So let me edit this next to the ext trail. My keyboard is stuck, 1 second. Format release 12.2. That's my version in the target. Oh, I'm sorry. The manager is down. Now, since it's the same code, right? So right, both the GG home on the same server. So I don't want accidentally someone to start the old home. I'll just change the even if they start, it should not create any issues. I'll just change the port number over here. Don't worry. Normally the manager parameter file will not be so simple. Just to dev purpose. I'm not going depth in it. Okay, that's up. Now that's my extra. Check the view pattern. I had a spell check over here. This time is taking I'm trying to do press insert VBI. Now let me start. Yeah, it's starting. Pardon that. I mean, it's a bit slow. I don't have much CPU and RAM. That's the issue. But the steps are okay. So it is now running, but it has not yet checkpointed. So just let's wait for some time. It is now checkpointed. Always when you start the extract, right, just check if it has, it's in what state is it? Is it in recovery or is it past the recovery? Oh, great, recovery completed. That you can check by send extract me status. Okay, no lag over here. Let me check the report file now. Very important. RPD. Let's zoom this out here. Okay, the standard information process ID, reading the trail file, version, and here you go. Yep, output file, that is a trail file. It's using format release 12.2. Okay, I hope you, remember even for yesterday you saw the same because we have to make the source which is on higher version as explained for yesterday to write the trail file in a format which can be read by the target. Now, since target is 12.2 here, we need to give it the trail of that format. That's how we do it. And also, we write this format release parameter even in the pump end. But to be clear, it's not from 19C onwards. Okay, this is what I have observed. It is not required to add the format release parameter in pump. Actually, now the work of pump, okay, in 19C is just to blindly take the trail, whatever extract is writing, and in the same format pass it on to the target. But no worries, I will write the format trail parameter. You can see the warning where it will give that it's an absolute or obsolete parameter. So here, format release 12.2. I hope I spelled it right. Now, let me start the pump. So now it's checkpointed. Let's give it some more time. See, now it has moved to the next trail. I hope you noticed one thing. I did not use ET rollover. Yeah, we used to do it when we used to upgrade from 12.2 to 12.3 and all. But 19C, I found it really smart. Okay, there's one more reason I would not break it back now. Step by step, I'll go. Okay, it has sent 17. Let me check what sequence it has sent in the target. So current write sequence is 30. This is the RBA. Yes, my target. Oh, and let me open this up. That's my replicate right here. See here, sequence 30, RBA 14997. That's the same we got here. So it has mean that the replicate has separated. And just let me show you the report file of the pump also. Sorry. .rpd. Scroll down. Here you can see format release is deprecated parameter. So you just no need to worry of adding format release in pump. But earlier we used to add the format release both in the extract and pump. So thing is, what I'm doing, I'm just showing you everything. In 12.3, better to add format release, else the pump will fail. Okay. Now there's one more thing, but I would recommend you don't try this. Okay. We had the same case over here. So one of my friends observed that we had upgraded the source side. All right. So as I told you here, when we are upgrading the source side, we need to add the format release parameter. Somehow it was missed, right? We had a lot of process, it was missed. But to my surprise, the thing is, the source was 19C over here, and the target was 12.2. So we were supposed to add this parameter, that is format release, right? This one. But it was missed, and what I observed is that the extract was very smart. Extract saw that the version, okay, or the trail format of the existing trail. Now, since here, what we did, we copied even the trail files, right, from the 12.2. Come on, minimize it. Just a second. Yeah, right. The thing is, if you can see here, we had copied the trail files, right? So these trail files, which were in 12.2 GG home, so they will write the trail files in the same format, that is in the same version of that OGG home, right? So the trail files here were of 12.2. So when I copy these trails to 19C, right? The thing is, the existing trail is of 12.2 version, right? The thing is, my extract, it saw that the current format of the trail is 12.2. So it wrote the next trail also in 12.2. And that is something which I was surprised, because if it was not that case, the replicate end would have failed. So why not, let's try that also. But yes, I would say uh, don't opt for that, because at any case, if you do the ET rollover and it starts to write a new trail altogether, it might start to write from the existing home version, that is 19C. In case if you do that mistake in 19C, no worries, go back, again change the formatted. So I'll show you that also. Okay. So let me take this extract. Alright, so see, I'm not adding format trail over here, okay, and nothing in its pump also. Now let's see what happens when I start. Oh, sorry. Starting. Just giving it 2-3 minutes. Time to start. Yeah, it's running now. Let's see if it is checkpointing anytime soon. Let's check the status also. Sorry, it's slow. Send. I hope it's out of recovery. This will be interesting to see. So for that, it's taking some more time unexpectedly. Okay, send recovery. Let's give it some time. Yeah, now it should be out of recovery. Now let's see the code file. Okay, the particular stuff here, extracted, integrated, and all. Let's take it slow. Going down. Yeah, see over here. Now, here it told that output file, that the trail file name is using format release 19. Which is ideal. I mean, that is understandable. But see the very next line. The file ET004, which is the last trail, right, with format release 12.2 does not match the default format specification of release 19.1. Extract is going to write the new trail in the format release 12.2 to keep the compatibility. I would say one of the awesome smartness it is, right? So now Let me start the pump also. And if it is actually true, the replicate should not fail, right? As you can see, nothing added in the pump. Meanwhile, I'll take a database session also. Uh, Let me check the source database first. Mac 1. Right. Let me update this table, okay? Certain to values. Just any random, okay? Save format. Anything. 1 insert done. I'll do a stats on this just to check if it has captured or not. Normally. Yeah, see, we have a new insert over here. Same I should be having in my pump also. And the same target end also, which was the DXT idea. This is the one. Voila, it worked. But again, as I told you, let's not opt for it. Always better to use the standard way. Okay, so I'll go again over here. I will add the parameter format release. The thing is, when you're having so many environments and all, and if you miss to add, right, it's very hard to trace it in case of any issue. So let's not go into that direction only. Now I can start. So now it will start to write from 12.2, same as it was earlier. Okay. Hello everyone. Sorry, actually I had the network breakdown. Okay, so we are back. Now we are going to see this case of recreating the form, right? So this is one extract which was left out, right? Right. Now the pump of this is this one, PEXT02B. So what I did in the meanwhile, I just, since I had already added them with the relative path, right? I just deleted it and added the absolute path links with the fully qualified home, right? Absolute path. So now when I do the info track name, this is what you can see, right? Slash this to OGG, the home, DIDD, and then that's fine. This is same as you can see above. DIDD, XT, O2B, ET003, okay? RBI cell 1454, go here, 145. So now, why, now when the When the path is absolute, then why the checkpoint file the copy will not work? So let's make now copy the checkpoint file over here. Copying from dir HK to my 19C home, the folder dir chk. Yeah, I have the extract right here. But look over here. This home is slash this one OGG 19C12. But what we have here, it will copy the same path, right? So this is what we don't want, right? To avoid this only, sorry, just rename the checkpoint. Yeah, and do not play with checkpoint unless and until you are absolutely sure. So have now you understood why, in case of where the path is absolute path, we cannot just copy the checkpoint. This holds same for the word applicator. Okay, so like this. Here you can see the relative path, and over here you see the absolute path, right? So let me recreate it. So the parameter file is in place. Let me check. So parameter file is set. The trail file is also there. I suppose we had copied it. Let me verify it again. Yeah, the trail file is there over here. Now, let me recreate it. Extract ext trail source. This one. I'll just give static this way only. Okay, and I will now here it is. If I just no leave it for like this, it will reset to sequence 0 and RBS. I know that the sequence is 3 and RBS 1454. So I'll just add them here. So stick RBS 145. Alright, ext CDN 3. Right. And RMT trade. Yeah, so that extract. Alright. I'm giving it as 2 because there's not much data I can generate, so it's a test line. When I give smaller sizes, hopefully there'll be more fields, right? So now, see here, okay? Now I'll show you one more. Okay, this so we have seen, right? So now let me start the extract. And anyway, let me start the controls. Let's give it some time to start. So this step, we have completed the upgrade, right? But not yet fully, we have few steps here and there. Just give me a few more seconds. Yeah, extract lines. Alright. So now you can see all the processes are in INC. And over here, everything is stopped. At this point, we can say that our upgrade has been completed. Okay. Only thing is, in your older home, right? Since the like, do not leave it as such because by mistake, if someone logins to the older home and start uh, any of the processes, it will be a big issue. So go to the checkpoint directory. You can rename all of them. You can rename the checkpoint file of this extract and eraser extract. So I just move all the files to some directory and now if I check, well, my old home is clean. So I'm safe over here. Okay, friends, this is how you do the upgrade. Okay, but trust me, upgrade won't go this smooth. Okay, it's always based on your environment. So here I just share few of the issues which I faced, which I and my friends faced. Okay, in case of doubt, well, let me know. Now, let me right. There we go. These are some issues I have jotted down. Right now, the first case, like we had upgraded to 19C OGG for 19C database. Okay, so OGG upgraded to 19C for DB version 19C. So what we observed over there at the integrated extract was suddenly running very slow or hung for no reason. I mean, there was not enough traffic, but still it was slow. And when we start the extract, it will be really fast. I mean, actually, it didn't make any sense. But later, when we just digged in some more, we found that it was this bug. Sorry, I mean, it was a bug, and details are in this doc ID. So you can just go and check. I cannot open the mouse here, but yeah, you can just go and check the doc ID over here. Let me read it. Integrated extract hangs after upgrade to OGG 19C with Oracle DB 19.5. At that point, I think we had 19.7 or 6. From one of my friends, so I just resolved that issue, so I just noted it down. So let's see, after upgrade to newer version, that is OGG and DB, the integrated extract starts to hum with no errors. It looks like the log miner stops extracting the transactions. So log miner reader session remains in log mine read proper wait until extract is restarted. After the restart, look here, after restart, extracts works normally for a while. Again, they have to do this stop start every 3 4 hours. So these are the patch recommended DB patches recommended by Oracle. Solution: this could be due to the bug, ICE running very slow in 19Cs, EDB non-EDB environment, apply patch. Alright. Okay, and these issues we faced at the very start when we were upgrading from GG for 11G to 12C. So in many of our include files, we have, I mean, we use double quotes for token fields and all like this, like table schema dot p1 then token for the main kit environment and here double quotes, right? So here, I mean, it was running perfectly fine till 11G, but after that it was failing. We search errors OGG 00669, and from this doc ID, what we identify is that the double quotes from 12C are treated as a column name. You can check more on this doc ID. I'll just review for you changes required in include file to convert double quotes to single quote. Since double quotes is interpreted as column name in 12c. So, here the code in 12c version is now changed the text enclosed within the double quotes is treated as column name. So what we did, here it was double quotes, we just made it a single quotes. Yeah, it's just one of the good one. Okay, now I'm not sure if it is true for your environment also. The thing is, few of the application team, okay, so they have a logic in which whenever in the target side, whenever what replicate does any transaction, okay, so the table is part of the replication, and whenever any TML operation happens in them through the replicate, a trigger is fired and it will update some other table. So it was that way. The thing is, after we upgraded to 12C, right? It, I mean, the trigger just stopped to fire. It was not just firing. So what we identified that is a default suppression of trigger in 12C OGG. So to solve it, we had to use this option, DB option, no suppress triggers. Okay. All right. Another thing, uh, in 12C, this is sometime the latest one. The thing is, in 12C, like application team used unique key in the key calls and all, but it was failing with no data found. I mean, we don't know why, because application team was like shocked. Why is it failing after the upgrade? Then we dig in some more and through the SRs, we identify that some columns in the unique key were null. So I'll just read that out. If any column that's a part of unique key is null, OGG 19C consider it as a null key and it won't be used to identify key columns. So that is where it was the issue. It was not using that unique key to identify the columns in the target end. Well, the default was just the opposite before 19C. So we had to use this column, allow nullable keys. And one more thing, okay, if you have one table in the sourcing, okay, which you need to map to two tables on the target, so you need to use this parameter, allow do target map, like this. It's like map source schema dot table name from a target schema dot table one and the same table over here to another table in the target. The thing is, this is true right from 12.3, but here we just rightly upgraded from 12.2 to 19C. So we hit this bug here. More details in this document. So what it told us that for integrated replicate, this parameter is not valid. Allowed to target now. So the only option was to have either a classic replicate or a parallel replicate or coordinator. Okay, so these were a few issues I had fixed. Okay guys, so let me know in case of any doubt. Now in the next class, I will show you the upgrade of target, that is upgrading the replicate end. Okay, now just one issue here for me thing is replicate is in Oracle Linux 5, so you need 6 and above to install OGG 19C. So I'll do a small tweak over here. I'll directly upgrade my target over here to this machine in 19C, right? So that I will show you. I mean, ideally, that's I would say that's a migration, but to a different home in a different server. Ideally, upgrade we do within the same server, but here just I mean due to the restrictions due to my VM, I'm going to show you that okay in the next class. All right. So let me know in case of any time. All right, guys. Thank you very much. Take care.